I'm not one for prophecies, but I would like to safely predict tonight that this trade war that Donald Trump has launched against India, he may not want to hear this, but the people of America must know tonight that Donald Trump is going to lose, that America is going to lose, and India is going to win. It is in Donald Trump's interest. He has bitten off more than he can chew this time. He's going to have to eat his words. Donald Trump is going to face his Waterloo in this case. He's going to lose very badly. And I'm not saying this to make any anti-Trump group in America happy. It is because it's a brutal reality that you cannot deal with the largest democracy in the world, the most populous democracy in the world, and the fastest growing major economy in the world in the way Donald Trump thinks he can. So I'll give you a few reasons very clearly so why Donald Trump is about to lose. This is going to be his worst loss ever. And these are clear points. There's an American economy, there's an Indian economy, there is a trade issue, and there is a threat by Trump. Trump will not be able to execute his threat. Here are some 10 reasons and more. First, because by the way, Trump has not put tariffs on the pharma sector of India. Why? Because the US saved $1.3 trillion because of Indian medicines. Over the last decade, Indian generics have saved the US healthcare system $1.3 trillion, including $219 billion in 2022 alone. That's why Donald Trump knows he has much more to lose. Second point tonight is, India's booming consumer market is projected to grow 46% to 3.72 crore rupees by 2030. As global companies rush to tap our engine, a trade war with India is going to prove to be very expensive for the United States of America. So I still caution Donald Trump, don't try this, you're going to lose badly. The third point is this: we're a very large country economically, our purchasing power is surging, our per capita income will cross $4,000 by 2030, fueling a consumption boom. Credit card users are going to triple in India. We are not a failing economy like America. Organized retail in India will touch 20 lakh crores, $230 billion. Our digital commerce is exploding. Still, if Donald Trump wants to fight with us, he will risk missing out on the world's most lucrative market. Now, despite all this rhetoric that he does, he says we've been treated very unfairly by the Indians, it's tough to do business with India, it's very unfair. That is a bunch of lies by Donald Trump. Maybe he doesn't know economics. I can pardon him that. Maybe he's good at property, property-related issues, but he does not understand complex economics. Because the US earns a net surplus of 25 to 30 billion from India due to sectors like education, digital services, consulting, IPR, and defense sales. Now, if America wants to lose out on that, it's their choice. Their loss will be someone else's gain. Besides, we pump in about 25 billion additional just from the education sectors. Indian students contribute the most. An average Indian student spends $120,000 to $140,000 every year at top American institutions, and that's a conservative estimate. Besides, one more point, US tech companies like Google, Meta, Amazon, Microsoft are collectively earning dozens of billions of dollars via ads, cloud devices, and subscriptions. Most of this money flows back to the US, and it faces minimal taxation. Now, if America wants to still fight with India, which means, and I hope someone tells the people of America this, the people of America will really lose out because of this craziness of Donald Trump, who does not understand anything beyond his own personal financial interests. He's the kind of person, you throw a golf course at him, maybe you throw a few golf sticks at him, maybe you embellish them in gold, maybe you give him a little bit of cryptocurrency, maybe you give a little bit of business to Donald Trump Jr., and he will compromise his country's sovereign and national interests. A very dangerous man, because he always wants to do business and earn money for his own family. Now, ladies and gentlemen, he's putting a Russia penalty, but strangely, America itself does business with Russia. How crazy is that? You yourself do business with Russia. You're a Putin fan, and now you're going around flailing at the world because Putin doesn't care two hoots about you. So you go telling the world that I'm going to launch war on any country that does business with Russia. That's so remarkably, predictably foolish of Donald Trump. Now, India's refusal to bow down to pressure means the US cannot easily force trade terms. If this tension with India is prolonged, we will choose more alternative partners. The whole world wants to do more and more business with India. But what America will lose is the biggest defense importer in the world, the biggest country, the fourth largest economy, soon to be the third. We will strengthen our ties with other suppliers. Indian tourists spend so much money in America, America will lose all that money. And America needs the money. I want to tell Americans, we have no war with you, but you need the money. We feel bad about the state of your economy, your society. You have a $38 trillion debt. That's a terrible position for any country to be in. And thanks to Donald Trump, it's going to become $45 trillion. What will Americans do then? The world's largest country will not do business with you. Your number, the money you spend, the visitors you have, all of this will choke your very, very vital revenue streams. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we should be proud of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the way Prime Minister Narendra Modi is leading the country in this completely unprovoked battle with Donald Trump. Narendra Modi is a statesman. He knows that America is not the only option. That's why he signed the trade deal with the UK. We are on the final stages of clinching a landmark agreement with the EU. We've got huge deals with European Union, with France, with EFTA, Japan, Korea, Australia. The whole world is doing business with us. In fact, I'm sorry, but metaphorically speaking, Donald Trump is going to end up with a bloody nose on this one, only metaphorically speaking. He takes himself too seriously. Unfortunately for Donald Trump, the rest of the world doesn't. It's America's opportunity to lose here. We are completely cool here in India. Americans, you will lose out. Don't lose out just because of Donald Trump.